Good evening. Welcome to We Mean Business. Two of the largest PSUs in the country, NTPC and Coal India, are locked in a bitter battle over the quality of coal, with NTPC refusing to pay for what it claims is poor quality coal, and Coal India retaliating by stopping coal supply to two of NTPC's power units in the eastern region. After the government intervened, there has been a temporary truce. But is a long-lasting solution in sight? Until that is struck, will the customer's fate hang in balance? To discuss this, we are joined by Mr. V Shahi, former Power Secretary, and Mr. Sheshan Bala Krishnan, Power Analyst with E&Y. We also spoke with former Chairman of Coal India and currently Executive Director at Deepak Fertilisers, Mr. Partha Bhattacharya. But before we get this discussion started, let's get it straight from the horse's mouth. NDTV's Prashant Nair spoke with Mr. Arup Roy Chaudhary, Chairman and MD of NTPC, to understand their side of the story.
Joining me right now is Mr. Arup Roy Chaudhary, CMD at NTPC. So thanks very much for your time. Great to have you here. I just want to get the facts right. So there are lots being written about this big dispute between Coal India and NTPC. Both sides have got their version of the story. We have spoken about this in the past as well, but in different contexts. Now things seem to be coming to a head. What is your version, sir?
No, I don't think anything has come to the head. I think we've already been saying that we are mandated by CERC to display on our website the calorific value of the coal that we receive. I think our beneficiaries, the state electricity boards, are also keenly watching the calorific value of the coal that we receive. And in the process, the power cost goes down. Ultimately, consumer like you and me benefit from it by a reduced cost. It's a whole transparent process. I don't think I have anything much to say. It's on our website to see. And it's as per CERC guidelines that we are doing it. So we're not doing nothing wrong. We are a very technically competent and very ethically strong company. And whatever we are saying or we are insisting, it has no iota of interest for NTPC. Ultimately, it's the consumer of electricity who gains.
No, absolutely. But what's being written is that about a third of the coal that you're receiving from Coal India is essentially just waste.
No, what's been written about a third of coal as waste is something which should not be attributed to us. We have never said that.
Right.
What we have always said that with the calorific value measurement of coal, which has been introduced by Coal India, Coal Ministry from the 1st of January this year, the calorific value of the coal has become very important for payment. So we have said is our payment is based on what is the calorific value of coal that we receive.
Right.
Now, if that is being disputed as payment not being made against a calorific value which is being billed, we are very transparent.
But why is this issue coming up right now, sir? I mean, why now?
It's been coming up for a long time. It's actually aggravated because I think the ECL, which is the only company which has started regulating, I think they finished their March targets. So April is a safe place to take a shot. So they are taking a shot. I think it's a shot in the dark because this is not the right thing. And on the CSO issue has been going on for quite some time, the FSA, if you might cite it. There also we made only one issue. We have accepted all the issues that Coal India had raised. We've only stuck to the gun on the quality issue. It's very important that the quality of coal that we receive is good. Right. Because we are now mandated to display that, we can't accept what the Coal India companies claim their quality to be. We have to test it and display it. It's mandated to us.
But the Coal India CMD in an interview earlier in separate press essentially said that everything's fine with the coal that we are providing.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I have not heard his interview where he has said everything is fine. We have had talks between the two of us. He knows the problems are there. I also know the problems are there. We both are very eager to sort out the problem. One of the best ways of sorting out the problem is to have a third-party inspection, right, which he has agreed that he will introduce by September.
Okay.
In the meantime, Ministry of Power and Ministry of Coal have also agreed to have an independent measurement done by a group headed by Central Electricity Authority with CIFR and a representative of Coal India, a representative of NTPC. We are waiting for that one to start.
But that will happen almost immediately. I mean, it has to happen.
It should have happened from the first week of April. It has not happened as yet. I hope Coal India companies are taking initiative to start that. We are very eager to do it as soon as.
Is this what we were referring to back on stage when you were saying that in the next couple of weeks we'll see some action?
I thought so, because in the next couple of weeks this issue should be sorted out.
Right.
And we will be in a position where these issues no more remain as irritants.
What's the situation, I mean, in terms of coal supply?
Let me tell you, coal supply has been bad. It's always been bad,
right,
because probably we have planned our expansions in a country without considering the fuel part of it. So whatever Coal India is now doing, there has been an effort, I must say there has been an effort by the present management of Coal India to try and increase their production. They have succeeded to a great extent. We have also received extra coal. But then, you know, you can't compare last year's coal with this year's coal and say that there is this % of increase, because there is also capacity addition.
Right.
So, you know, when you add the capacity addition, there is always a shortage of coal.
Right.
So therefore, we are not growing in the coal production sector, matching with what we have planned in the power sector.
Right.
And that's something I think we had to see as a nation, not as a silo.
But maybe with pool pricing, etc., that issue should.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, because the pool pricing is a larger issue which is being discussed. There are many variations in pool pricing. How the states, the coal-bearing states, will take the pool pricing issue, because once you get into this pool pricing, we can't do it in isolation. We have to take all the beneficiaries into the loop. So that's something the ministry is trying very hard, and they feel that this is one solution to coal supply. But then what will pool pricing mean? I don't know. How much percentage of imported coal will you pool in? Because if your domestic supplies are not there, and your machines can only take a certain amount of imported coal, you cannot pool more than that, you know. So these are larger issues which are being discussed, and NTPC is not involved in this. Therefore, I will not be able to comment much more on this.
But with the current episode still sort of, you know, festering in that sense, a solution still a few weeks away, as you said, there were some reports that about 3,500 to 4,000 megawatts of capacity would see a shutdown. I mean, are we beyond that point?
No, that point is now much in the past. I don't know. These issues are being talked about when that issue has already become.
It's in the past.
It's become history. There was an attempt by Eastern Coalfield in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd of April, and I talked to the chairman Coal India. We did talk to each other, and I think that's become history. The coal has started coming back into the system. So I don't think that should be now again, you know, taken up too much in the press. I think that's history. We should go forward. We should see how the quality can be measured. We should actually see how this calorific value method of measurement, which the Coal Ministry has mandated on Coal India, we should actually see how they propose to implement it. Right. That is very important, because at the moment they are not infrastructurally geared to implement it. Right. So they have to really look at it as to how they will implement it. Right. We would sincerely work on the lines of CERC guidelines. We will measure the calorific value of the coal which is received at our station. We'll display it on our website, and we'll bill to our customer based on what is displayed on our website.